Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I would like to speak about Soleil. I have been finally somehow not max out. I don't think I will be able to max out. Well, not be able means I will not willing to max out the hero. Okay, so as I saw in the previous video, I was able to do all the gears. I have got the talisman. The talisman can be bought in the shop. Okay, so if we go to the shop of Soleil, yes. You go to the shop, you can go here, and the talisman costs 15,000 emeralds. Okay, important also the astral energy that has allowed me to move in the story costs you 200 of astral, costs you, I think it's 2,000 of emeralds. Okay, so I think the 5 costs you 10,000 of emeralds. I will not recommend to take it until last day, but I got a very good offer from Tapcoin and then I wasted 10,000 of emeralds. I need to waste also to get some Hero Way coins, and not a good decision, not a good investment at all. So I will not recommend to take it. Only at the end, wait for the last day, and if you see that you don't arrive to the level 35 of the story, then take it. The reason for level 35 is because it's unlocked the blue spheres or the rune spheres, and also it unlocked the mastery crystal, which in my opinion these two things are the only valuable things in the whole shop. This, the talisman, and we will discuss them maybe, and then you can the weapon artifact, and of course the soul stones. We will speak also about the soul stones. Okay, so let's go to the hero. If I find it here. Okay, so the talisman I got a good roll is intelligence and armor. This is not a good talisman. Intelligence by default, so the first talisman, as I mentioned before, the one where the first ability is based on your main stat, it will benefit always agility heroes because agility heroes, well, so agility gives you every 1 point of agility gives you 3 of physical attack, whereas intelligence, every 1 point of intelligence gives you 3 of magic attack. It could look like the same, but it is not the same because, for example, one skin of physical attack is 7,000, one skin of magic attack is 10,000, right? So always with intelligence, and it happens the same with the rings of the weapons, you lose when a hero is intelligent, right? Like the default skin of agility is usually good, whereas the default skin of intelligent is not amazing, and it happens also with the ring. It's good to have, but not the priority. Okay, and related to the armor, is a damage hero and it require or a support hero that requires a lot of magic attack and also magic penetration. Armor is not good. He's a little bit glass cannon, and we will see has around a little bit more than 200,000 of health. So maybe a talisman of health could have been better. You know, for me, magic penetration the best, then magic attack, then health. I think armor is the fourth one, and after that would be probably magic defense. So it's not a very important talisman. If you don't get it, don't get it. The only thing is, I got it because I have only one other hero that I didn't have talisman, which is Car, and I want to have at least all the heroes with one talisman, and then let's see when the new talisman are released if I take or no. I would be much more picky with the new talisman. Really need to be a much better talisman to spend any resource on them. Okay, so if you don't get the talisman, that's it. Skin, the default one, again, the default skin is not good. Multiply this by 3, it will be around 4,000 of magic attack, which is 40% of an skin of magic attack. Whereas if this was agility, it will be 60% of a skin of physical attack. Okay, this is the main difference. Then artifacts, and there's something to discuss. The priority of the artifacts is the book, always much more than the ring. The main reason is because the book gives you health, which he needs, and gives you also magic attack. Approx, it gives you half a skin of health and 1 skin of magic attack. Okay, this is approx what it gives you. This, as you see, it will give me, if I max out, it will give me 1,300, which is equivalent to, I think, the skin of intelligence, which this is approx 4,000 of magic attack, which is 40% of a magic attack. Whereas this, so 4,000, whereas this gives you 10,000, right? It's much more, plus you give health. It's true that intelligence also gives you magic defense, but you really don't need too much magic defense. Magic defense, I would say, stealth 4 times is not really required. It's always the last thing I do. Okay, when I have heroes, then they are on purpose against magic teams. Okay, weapon, of course, it depends on your abilities to do hero way, and we can see this. By the way, the weapon is magic attack. So if we go here, to be able to do 5 stars, you need to get this 5 here. So level 19 and then 45 here. So to be able to go to 5 stars, you need to buy one in the shop and then arrive to Hero Way level 25. I think Hero Way level 25 is possible. Again, not 26. This 15 here, it will be for the level 6. So for level 6, you need to do this one here. So 26, 15 plus 35 is 50. So plus 100, 150. So you will need to go to level 34. So I repeat, level 25, 5 stars, and level 34 to be able to level to 6 stars. What is the difference? Is 33% of difference. Okay, so let me go here. A magic attack weapon artifact will give you a max out, will give you 32. Okay, 100, 6 stars will give you 32 magic attack. Okay, during 9 seconds. As you see here, this will give you only 16,000, so half when it's 4 stars. When it's 5 stars, it will give you around 24,000. And then when it's 6 stars, will give you the 32,000. Okay, this is approach how this works. Okay, so right now it's 50%, then 16% more if you move to 5 stars, and then 33% more if you move to 6 stars. Okay, it's equivalent to the number of resources it costs. Okay, finally, glyphs. I have done everything except my defense, that I don't care, and intelligence, that I will do when an event of glyphs. Intelligence, as I said before, is not mandatory, and finally, spark of powers. Priorities for all of them. All the skills, of course, they should be priority. Artifacts, I would say the weapon, sorry, the book first, and then the weapon. Okay, the ring is the less relevant thing. You can do it. Glyphs do magic penetration, then health, then magic attack, then intelligence, then magic defense. Okay, I repeat, magic penetration first because it needs magic penetration. It doesn't have too much. Then health, then magic attack, and finally intelligence, and later magic defense. With all of this, I will show you the stats of the hero. Okay, 60,000 magic attack. You can increase to 64 or maybe a little bit more, 68. You do glyphs of intelligence plus the max out the ring. So it will give you around 10% more magic attack. Magic penetration is very important because you get only 6,000 of magic penetration. So one of the questions here I have is I recommend glyph magic penetration to be priority number 1, but 6,000 of magic penetration is not too much. So it depends a lot on the type of heroes you use Soleil with, because if the enemy team has a 30 of magic defense, you don't care too much if you have 6,000, you have 2,000. Is the enemy, the lower magic defense hero you are fighting against has 16,000 of magic defense, and you go with 6,000, it's already 10,000 of difference between the magic defense minus magic penetration. So 10,000 is more than 75%. I think 75% reduction of the damage. So this magic attack will be reduced by 75%. So maybe it's not that good recommendation to put magic penetration. It will depend where you use it. So if you don't want it, do first then health, magic attack, intelligence, and then magic penetration. Okay. My idea is I like to use Soleil. I think the magic penetration is important, and depending on you use another hero with magic penetration artifact could be relevant or no. Okay. Anyways, this is my theory. Okay, I provide. You can see here the stats. You see here the armor. He only has 4,000 of armor, so that's the reason that he got the talisman to get 19,000 of armor. But again, the health is only 22,000. Okay, and the final thing that I have not discussed is the 5 stars of the hero. Okay, so this is very important. You get soul stones from the shop, and this is something I would like to mention to everyone. So every time you get 50 and 50 and 50 costs you more and more. Okay, it was like 5,000 I think at the beginning, then 7,500, then 8,500 for the same amount of soul stones, and then 10,000 for when you arrive to 5 stars. One important point here is I was thinking, okay, 10,000 is 50, I need 300, so I spend 60,000 of sub coins, and I will be able to get Soleil to 6 star, but it's not the case. You can only buy 3 more times 50 soul stones. In other words, you can only buy 150, but you will be missing 150 more soul stones. So to be able to max out, you need to spend 30,000 sub coins, and then it will give you 150, and then you will need to go to one of these bundles, go to the most expensive one, and buy this, which is currently my country is 70,000 pounds, which is will be around 80 euros, I think, and maybe $85, depending on the chains. So it's quite expensive bundle. Okay, very expensive. So you won't relate to 6 star, you will need to spend this. In my case, because I don't see too much benefit with Soleil, I have decided not to go ahead. Okay, for me, how it is okay. I think there is a lot of chance to get for me the 5 stars weapon artifact, and maybe I can arrive to 6 stars, which means I will have a max out Soleil, but 5 stars for me is more than enough. Okay. Saying this, how good or bad is this hero? So the answer is not good. It's not amazing. I know a lot of people. Some people are saying, "Oh, it's very good." I don't see the position yet, but also it could happen the same that happened with Cascade, which it was not a hero and it was amazing. And then they released the skin of my armor penetration, they released the super skin of physical attack, and they released a talisman. Being an agility hero, they released a talisman with agility and physical attack, which means they almost increase 70% the armor penetration for Cascade, which is very important for Cascade, and they increase also 70%, almost 70% the physical attack. So you can always do this. The hero was not good. Okay, let's give the hero the almost the best talisman he can get, almost the best super skin he can get, and the best skin he can get. And then you make a super hero. Okay, was hero much stronger than before. Okay, so then I'm going to go to see where is Soleil. I think some things has already rotated here, but we can see. Okay, so the first idea is so because I think some tests I did before have already rotated, but we can see here. My first idea was okay, Soleil protects the front hero, and one of the best front heroes, and it could be very dangerous, very difficult to kill, will be Jasmine. It has very low health. You have a level 80 works well. So I wanted to play with this combo of Jasmine with Sebastian and Lara, that is very good, protected by Aiden with the shields, but with Soleil protecting Jasmine to see what was going to happen here. I went with the combo of Astaroth, Nebula, and Iris. That is the combo natural for critical hit teams, and Jasmine particularly with Helios behind. Mojo here, you put Mojo here, this will be the amazing anti-critical hits teams. Okay, because critical hit teams decide don't have too much magic defense. Iris with Nebula will do a lot of damage. Astaroth has Resurrection and burns the energy of the last hero. And then combo Helios, Mojo. Mojo will give you magic penetration, which works very well with Iris. Plus, it will give magic penetration to Helios that will do damage against critical hit teams. So this team is quite good. No Amira with Mojo, but I don't have Mojo, it's the best. So I wanted to test it, putting Amira against this team. I put Martha. And you see this is the result. Not super reliable. Okay. But 10-0. Probably with Mojo, as I said, will be much better and much easier to kill. Or maybe you need to run Martha and put Aurora maybe. In a manner than Jasmine attack Aurora. The idea here is Helios will try to kill Sebastian, Lara, and Jasmine with the spheres. Okay, this was the first approach. I say it was not amazing. I still prefer this team exactly, but with Julius. Instead of having having Julius, Soleil, sorry, having Julius or having Astaroth in this team, is very strong defending team. Okay. Then my next version was okay, which other team requires to have Soleil will benefit to have the first hero protected, well protected, and this is progress. Julius is the engine of the team, and the point of this team always is you kill Julius, you kill the team, but if you don't kill Julius, the team will be staying alive. So my idea is okay, I will use Soleil to protect Julius for health, avoiding stuns, giving more damage, and then I went with the common anti-progress using progress itself, which is the one with JJ, Sebastian, and Astrid. 1-9, okay. And you see a step which is very common with progress, or you kill everything or everything survives. It's only here, okay. The other ones 1-9, which is good. Then I went with progress, sorry, with tough, which is the one here, and then I got 10-0. I got in this thing, so it was not very good. So then the next option is like, okay, let's try to remove Nebula and let's put Lara as a damage dealer instead. Lara is very strong with progress team. Usually I have used JAJ with Sebastian and Lara in defense, also a good team, or without Sebastian and putting with Fafnir, also a good defense team. Using tough team, Clever, Luther, and Tristan, I got 5-5. Okay, looks interesting. Then I went again with the progress and kill progress. I got 1-9 with Lara, so it looks like it was well. And then I went to what I think with Dante Octavia is the best team in the game. But very important, very caveat, you need the Talisman of Tristan. I didn't have it, so I couldn't test properly this team before. With the Talisman, it's around 200,000 of health on top and a little bit of magic defense, which makes Tristan a very strong hero with 800,000 of health and almost 20,000 of armor, which is very good. Moreover, if you try to move Tristan to level 65 or 70, it's really, really strong as a front line. So the idea is Tristan with Oya. Oh, sorry, the alarm. Tristan with Oya, Fire Siblings, and Fafnir against this team 10-0. Okay, this is a very strong team, but it's okay because if you put this team and the only manner to get 10-0 is using this team or using Dante Octavia is very good because then you will have your own Tristan Oya in another in the second line of defense, and your third line of defense will be Dante Octavia. So I think this possibility is good. Okay, and then I went to what I always thought when I saw the hero, which is playing with Dante. Okay, Dante, Nebula, Soleil, and then any other hero. Could be Martha, could be Lara, it could be Aurora, sorry, Amira, it could be Martha, it could be Jorge, and then with Octavia. Okay, so what happens here? Dante Nebula is a very, very, very strong team. Okay, but in Dante Octavia, using Dante Nebula is very strong because Nebula is going to boss Dante, and Dante is very strong with Octavia. The problem of the trick here was always using Arachne because it stands all the time Dante. With Ambari, you stop Dante, and because half of the power of Nebula is not in Nebula itself, is it boss the front and the back hero. It changes first the front, then the back, then the front, then the back. So if you stun Dante and you make disable Dante, you are disabling also half of Nebula. And so easy manner to counter this team is always with a stun team, which is using Judge or using Faceless with Fafnir. Fafnir will increase the power of Lara. You can use Astrid instead. Okay, but when you have Soleil here, what happens is the stuns that go to Dante doesn't go to Dante and go to the front hero. The only thing is because Dante is all the time dodging, the capabilities of healing of Soleil are lower, but as you see, it works quite well against this team. I got 6-4, 6-4, and 4-6 with any of the options. I tried to change with Astrid, put in Phobos, and it didn't work. Let's see a video of what happens here, and you will see how, because of Soleil, Dante is not able to stand. So far, whereas we see the video, and you will see what happens here. Control land in any time Dante is stunned at all, which is what makes this team very strong. Okay, as you see that is nothing's happening here. You are not able to kill Dante because if it's not stunned, you cannot do damage because it will be dodged by Dante. Also, the reason of using Amira is because Soleil has magic attack of weapon and it combines very well with the abilities of Amira. Also, Amira has high health because it has the skin and the talisman. So as you see, it's almost 400k of health, which is good for being as a 4 position in Octavia team. Don't put a hero below 400k. Okay, as you see, we start killing things. Killing. Dante is going to die sooner or later, but probably we are able to handle everything. And look like it's doing the damage. And remember that this team is, in theory, a hard counter. This is not a good team. It's only to hard counter this type of teams of Octavia. Important thing, my Dante is level 75 in glyphs. Okay, this is also very important. You see now the health of Nebula and Soleil has been interesting, but at the end you see the thing here is Nebula pure and Soleil is not healing anything. The reason is because the times that Dante does the damage, maybe Soleil is not activated the thing, and also because it's all the time dodging. You cannot see dodge. It will be interesting to see how many attacks were dodged, but you have an idea. Damage taken is 476 here. You see almost nothing. And damage, as you see, Soleil does a lot of damage with Nebula, which means that Soleil with a magic penetration skin will be very strong. So we need to be cautious with Soleil. Okay. Then the next option was very similar team, but using the combo of Aiden with Lara. This team is very good. Okay, I saw Dante, Nebula, Lara, Aiden, Octavia. It's a very strong defensive team. You only need to go, in that case, I had gone with the stun team with another Lara. Another option is going with the 3 tanks, which is what I tried with here. The 3 tanks and maybe some fasting, you can use Fafnir. Also sometimes works against this team, so you need to test. However, here, surprisingly, the stun team was able to win, but I think it's more because of Lara and Fafnir. because in this case, the Lara on the team on the left will do more damage than on the right. So you can see what happens here. You see, Lara has killed Soleil, so now Dante is going to receive the stance. And there is the problem of Soleil. It has very low health. So being in second position maybe is not a good idea. And for this reason, I think having Nebula is a better option. Okay. So this is what I did. The next thing was, okay, what happened if instead of using Amira, I use Martha, which is a hero with a lot of health. Okay. And this is the results. As you see, it was working a little bit similar to Amira or better. Okay, so have this in account because maybe it's a good idea to play with this team. Also very important, teams like Heidi and this type of thing will not do anything because all the damage will go to Martha. Martha will do a lot of health regeneration and then it will not be any benefit at all. Okay, we can see in one of the videos what happens. Seeing the lost life of Martha from Heidi, and you will see that the main reason here, what is going on, is Martha is going to be losing health, but at the same time you are charging Martha, as you see here. Martha has lost a lot of health, but this is exchanged into energy. Energy of Martha means when activates the ultimate will be an armor. It will be 240 speed for the whole team, and it will be healing, which is what happens now. The team is much faster. In the moment that Martha ultimates, heroes start to die because you are going much, much, much faster, as you can see here, and you are healing. But as you see, it was very, 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 very close. Relatively, very, 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 very close. And you see the health of Nebula, Martha, I think Soleil went almost to minimal. Okay, so it's very close match. I think some modification here and there could make this team not working. Okay, so this is what I have been testing Soleil. I have also asked a guildmate to test this team, which I thought that it was going to be amazing against with Soleil. So it was Soleil, Sebastian. In attack, of course, in defense is easy to beat counter. Using Ismael, using Kim Miao, and using Dark Star. The thing of this team is it does a lot of front damage. With Soleil, you protect Ismael from stance and everything else. Kim Miao does a lot of front damage at the same time Ismael, but gives you armor penetration. Sebastian reduces the armor of the front hero, but also gives you pure damage for a critical hit this team does. Dark Star does also a lot of damage to the front team, and Soleil is there to avoid Ismael to die, to provide anti-stun and this type of things. So I test with this team, and surprisingly, it was not good. It has rotated. Okay, this was my first idea of this team. It has rotated and it was not good. So in other words, I see Soleil being used in Dante Octavia, which is what I thought since the beginning, and then being used with maybe with some progress team. I can see it. I think it should match better in a magic team. But I have tested also using Asta, Cesa, Aiden, Soleil with Faceless, with Amira, with Jorge, and I don't see any benefit. I think the team, so I have tested things like this. Aiden, Cesa, Amira, Soleil, okay. No good for the position, so then I try with, because Soleil in second position with that few health is not good. Then I provide with Jorge, then I provide a moment Aiden and put it Faceless. Okay, so things like this. Then coming back, putting Aiden again. So sorry, put faceless. Something like this. Also, I was trying all